Is childhood a specific period that they argue that this method works? Because they would have to make an argument in terms of, like, being hit and then feeling better afterwards, or learning to change your ways because of that. We don't do that to adults anymore. We used to. Judicial flogging, military. Augustine believed that bishops should flog errant church members and, masters and slaves. Like, it was a way to get people to heaven, essentially. You could discipline people for their eternal good. They believe that about adults too. In this case, like, is this exceptional about childhood, that it's this method and then you don't use it anymore after that?
A common thing is sort of like, well, if you do this right, if you start when they are 18 months old, you shouldn't have to do it after they're 5. If your child has not learned to comply by the time they're 5 or 6, you've done it wrong. You should still keep using it. But there is this tacit awareness that as your child gets older, they will get bigger, and they will also develop the skills to tell other people what you're doing to them. And so there is this delicate dance that these resources do around, like, zero in on conditioning your toddlers, because later it gets harder, it gets riskier, and if you do it right, you won't have to worry about it. There's sort of this, like, punting on this question of when childhood ends.
There's no logic to it, right? Like, the verses that are pulled on are the Proverbs, which are about young men, but it's applied to toddlers and preschoolers as though that makes sense. And then a lot of these books will say, well, you can spank up until puberty, but no reason is given. We hear from many adults who were spanked all the way through their teen years.